Hey guys, what's up? So today we're talking about this guy, and not so much this whole system, but we're talking about the accuracy. We're going to look at the accuracy and try to diagnose if it's the barrel or what exactly it is. So let's get into it. Okay, so like I said in another video, I think my range report from last week, this guy started shooting not so great groups. Not started shooting. He never was like the most perfect zing-zang accuracy. I remember I got some really good groups at like 25 yards, and I first got it and started sighting it in and playing around with it. And then the more I pushed it out to like 100 yards, it's got like a 4-inch spread, which is bad. Like, and that's bad. That's either that's a limit of a barrel or I did something wrong. Maybe I over tightened the barrel muzzle device or whatever. I don't know. Something ain't right. Something's just not right. So what we're going to do today is we took the suppressor off, the Yankee Hill Turbo K. We took the suppressor off to alleviate any issues there, and I have my 13.9, whatever it is, the barrel I used at the tactical games this last time. And we're going to compare these two. I'm going to strap it down in a vise, and we're going to shoot it at, they were about 36, 34 yards, and we're going to re-zero everything with a 10 power scope, a nice 10 power scope, to try to take out all my human errors and everything and see what this thing is doing. Maybe it's just me and I can't shoot now. I don't know, but we'll get it close enough to zeroed, close enough at about 36 yards, and then we're going to punch it to 100, and we're going to use some different kinds of ammo. I've got some, my Mark 262 clone ammo that I loaded, right? So it's as close as I can get it. It's about the same, pretty much, when I shoot it out of my Mark 12. I know that probably strikes heresy in some people's hearts. But anyway, we got some of that. We got some 62 Tula, which is primarily the kind of stuff that I shoot, and some 55 grain Tula, which is also primarily the stuff. I shoot Tula. I shoot Wolf and Tula 55, 62 grain stuff. But that's pretty much it. But we're going to shoot some nicer ammo just to see. Maybe it's the ammo. Maybe this gun doesn't like Tula. I don't know. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we go. 55 grains. I'm shaking that a little bit. 55 grains at 100 yards. With a PDQ. I like that. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do 3 rounds, and we'll see. Hopefully we're on paper. We'll do 3 rounds as nice and tight as we can get it. Holy smokes. See, there it is. Can you see that on the camera? Way up top. I mean, a 3-round group that is heinous. Really bad. All right, we're going to shoot 3 more. Same group, 3 more. I mean, you've got a group that's this big. That's bad, man. That's just bad. That's just bad. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with the 62 grain. And if it's still really bad with 62 grain, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just, the only thing I can possibly say is that maybe, I mean, I've heard, and my understanding of it is that if you over tighten, which I don't think I did, if you over tighten a muzzle device, you can squeeze the end of the barrel. I mean, if you're really wrenching down on the thing, you can squeeze the end of the barrel, and that will throw your accuracy way off. So potentially, maybe that could be the problem. I'm guessing, maybe. But I don't remember doing that. I don't remember squeezing it that hard. Anyway, all right, so top right target with 62 grain Tula. All right, well, crazily enough, the impacts are all high. As you can see, they're all high and they're really big. All right, well, it ain't zeroed for this, but this is some of my favorite ammo. The Freedom Munition 77 grain. Yeah, the remanufactured 77 grain stuff. For whatever reason, this stuff is money. Super good stuff. We're just gonna do 3 rounds. And I'm gonna try to space it right between the two on top, right? You'll see what I'm saying. If I space it right between, it'd be just like that. Okay, here we go. Well, now see, those group just fine. Maybe it's cheap Tula. I don't want to shoot a lot of this stuff. Those, I mean, you had one that was out, whatever. And that's a 3-round group. I'm not shooting all my nice stuff. Just not gonna do it. Okay, guys, so here we go. This is the same upper I used at the Tactical Games last time in Tejas, in Texas. This is like my 13.9-ish, whatever kind of barrel. All right, here's a 6-round group. Just do 6 rounds. At the 100 bottom left. You're going, let's go. Okay, so from here I can see. So from here I can see that actually resembles a group, right? It's not some super tight thing, but it resembles a group. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna do 6 rounds of the 62 grain hollow points, right? Yeah, 62 grain hollow points. And we'll be shooting at the bottom right. See if this changes much anything, tightens, loosens up. Let's just see. 6 shots. All right, I should have brought my tripod because I could have probably made more sense of it for y'all. I'm gonna sneeze here in a second, but here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have a 6-round group, the size of my hand, okay? Sneeze. Excuse me, goodness gravy. Okay, so that's a 6-round group, the size of my fist, at 100 yards out of the 11.5 inch with 55 grain. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't see a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it went over, but I don't see a 6. That, depending on where that other one went, that's the size of a closed fist, basically. That's the 62 grain stuff. So you might say that that was a tighter group, maybe, I don't know. This is the 77 grain Freedom stuff, and I only shot 3 rounds, granted, yes, so it's not the same thing, so throw your science out the window. But this does seem to be a smaller group, Granted, you could say, if I just shot 3 rounds over here, oh, that's a great group, and you get this. I understand. Okay, now we move down here to the 13.9 with 55 grain stuff. We actually got a hit in the bullseye, or not the bullseye, but the thing we're aiming at, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have all 6 shots, about the size of a fist. But a close, I mean, it's holding its 0. It's not throwing the rounds as bad, obviously, as this stuff is. This stuff is shifting the rounds all over the place. This was still right here. You see? Point of aim, point of impact, pretty much. Point of aim, point of impact's up here. Point of aim, point of impact, something's off. 62 grain stuff out of the 13.9. We have 1, 2, 3 in the sticker. And then these, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but there you go. Just bigger maybe than a size of a closed fist again. So about the same size groups if you measured them, probably. Then probably the same size groups up there, but you can see the consistency. Point of aim, relative point of impact is right around here, right? Point of aim, point of impact is a little bit up here. These are way off. I don't know, guys. So I don't know. There you go. I should have done it that way. You can see my face when I'm talking. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That 13.9 is a thicker barrel. That's for sure. That 11.5 is like a pencil barrel. It's very thin. And for very close stuff, keeping the gun really light, if you needed to run around with the gun all day, I could see the use for that. Hopefully this wind didn't mess everything up. But I could totally see the use for that. Having a short gun, right? A lightweight gun, right? That would work. Now, if you fill a can on the end of it, then it's going to be heavier. And everything, not everything, the old school stuff you read about pencil barrels and suppressors are going to say that your barrel's going to droop and all this stuff. Some modern things that you might read and see, and maybe it's from manufacturers trying to sell you something, is that's older steel, it's older technology, whatever. Nowadays, it's not as bad. You don't have to worry about it unless you're running a machine gun or you're running through some kind of heavy fire course kind of thing, whatever, where you're laying down a lot of firepower, whatever you want to call it. That rate of fire is the word I'm looking for. So I don't know. I am very tempted, and I probably will, and I've regretted cutting barrels in the past. But you know me, I got to do what I got to do. So I may end up cutting that 13.9 down to an 11.5 inch and rebarreling that Faxon. As much as I love it, if I'm going to use it for competitions, sometimes in competitions, you got to shoot out there. You got to shoot out to like 300 yards or so. And if my groups are that spread out and that just dramatic, at 100 yards, you could get away with it most of the time. But at extended ranges, 200, 300 yards, I don't want to throw all my shots. I don't want to have a perfect 0 and just the barrel can't take it, right? It just chucks everything out. So not to say that this upper is going away. I just might have to do something to the barrel itself. Thankfully, they're the same gas system, right? So on this guy here, all I would have to do is come in here, take the barrel off, obviously, cut it. Sorry, that's the scope. Cut it about right here. And then rebarrel or rethread it, and I can do that. That's not a big deal. I've done that a lot before. I just have to take my time because I don't want to mess this guy up. Last thing I want is a baffle strike on this guy after I waited so long for it. But anyway, that's a very unscientific approach of looking at this, and I'm not even going to waste my time shooting 3-round groups of a bunch of different kinds of nice ammo, because as you can see, in my opinion, that 13.9 is squeezing a little bit more accuracy out of this cheaper ammo, which is what I shoot, which is what I shot at the tactical games. It's what I shot at my competition, was the cheap stuff, because that's what I run. I don't want to run cheap garbage and then go to the games and have some untested high power round and zing zang, there goes my gun. I don't know. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was interesting. It's not really a knock against Faxon, because I have a group of 1, right? I have a sample group of 1. And unless they want to send me another barrel or something, which I doubt they ever will, because I probably only get like 30 views on this video anyway, I probably won't be able to retest this thing, because I'm not buying another barrel to stick on there and do that. But it's interesting stuff. I still like the barrel. I still like it it's just changed its purpose. I can't use this thing for like longer stuff. 100 yards and in is about my expectation of a 13 and a half anyway. Not anyway. No, you can use a 13 and a half. I can't even get my words out today. You can use an 11 and a half inch for a lot of stuff, and I'm going to get off on a tangent, so I'm going to stop. If you have any questions about this stuff, hit me up. I will gladly answer as much as I can, give you as much information as I can. Can't drop links or anything like that into YouTube, but we'll do our best to help y'all out where we can, all right? Y'all be good to be safe. Appreciate you watching. Hopefully it helps somebody out, and we'll catch you on the next video.